It smells so good in here. Tomorrow is World Pasta Day, and to help us celebrate, we've invited our friend Candace Conley. The girl can cook, started cooking, studio, kitchen, back to show us a recipe for pasta with chorizo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm so excited. I'm not even making any sense here. We've got chorizo, and there's different types of chorizo.
Correct.
Tell us about that.
This is, what we're using today is Spanish chorizo, which is, it's cured and smoked, and you can eat it out of hand, put it on a charcuterie board. Mexican chorizo, which is what most people are more familiar with, is raw, and so you have to cook it. This, you can just use it to flavor things. So I started off with olive oil, and I put a bunch of sliced chorizo in here to flavor the oil. And you said earlier to infuse it, and yes, that's correct, it's infused.
That's great. And compare chorizo to like what we may say like Italian sausage, breakfast sausage, other types of sausages that we may be more familiar with if we're not familiar with chorizo, the flavor profile of it.
It's very smoky. I mean, that's one of its characteristics, is that it's filled with smoke and smoked paprika, which is characteristic of Spain.
And spicy? What would you say the spice level is?
Well, it can be spicy, but this one is not.
Okay.
This one is not. So we're gonna put some tomato paste. This is a double concentrated in the tube tomato paste. So it's really cool because you know how you get a can of tomato paste and you use a tablespoon like we're using right now?
Right, and then how do you store it?
And
like,
what do you do
like,
with the rest of it?
Saran wrap on it, or like what do you do with that?
Yeah. So, and usually you end up throwing it away. So this way, you put the cap back on, and then you put it in the fridge, and then it'll last for as long, really, as you need it.
I love that, and even if you pay a little bit more for the tube stuff, it's gonna be worth it, because we've used the tomato paste before. My wife has. She cooks with tomato paste, and yeah, sometimes it's just kind of wasteful if you have to try to put it back in the can or do whatever.
Correct. So we have tomato paste. Then these are just smashed garlic cloves.
Now, why this as opposed to diced or finely minced?
Okay, so the smaller that you chop garlic, the bigger the garlic flavor.
Oh.
So we don't want the garlic to overtake the chorizo, so we just want a, garlic in the background kind of flavor.
I like that. I like that.
So we're just kind of melting and a little bit of sautéing of the tomato paste before we put in already cooked pasta.
Perfect. And we've got, is this penne here?
This is penne. You can use any short pasta. You just want one that will really pick up all of the, you call it one time a little suitcase of flavor. Yeah,
it's a little suitcase. You just pack all the flavors in the suitcase, the little hollow in the penne there.
Yeah.
You can use that one for free, Candace.
Thanks. Well, and actually I have been. I stole it,
thank you. I take that as a compliment.
So we've got that going. Then I'm going to turn up the heat just a smidge, and we're going to add some pasta water that I used to cook the pasta. It's starchy. It will coat the pasta itself. And then we kind of let that simmer a little bit, and we go in with it's kind of spicy. Okay. You'll like this, Alan, a little red pepper.
Let's bring y'all in. Here we go. We've got some plates for you. We've got some forks.
We've got one already ready to go over there. That's
this looks wonderful.
That's the finished flavor over there.
So this is a European, Spanish-inspired,
international world pasta. Yes,
dish.
World
pasta.
pasta.
Just take a bite.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, be sure to spear it, otherwise you won't get any.
Right, chase it around.
All right, so this is chorizo. This is what I'm interested in because I know Mexican chorizo, and I'm familiar with that, but the Spanish cured meats.
Throw some more on here.
Right.
Europeans love the cured meats.
What did you put on? What is that right there?
This is chorizo.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it goes back in after you've got the pasta coated with pasta water and tomato paste. And this is truly, really an Italian take because Italians don't use lots of sauce. They use sauces as condiments, so the pasta really speaks to you.
This is speaking to me. Isn't this good? I love the flavor of this chorizo.
That's so good.
It's absolutely
different,
fantastic. Yes, it's very good though.
Smoking.
It's different, but it's not what you'd expect.
That.
And I like that you can just eat it raw. You don't have to mess with cooking it. But of course, you're here and you're cooking it, and it's wonderful. And you're infusing it with olive oil and all the pro tips. Again, Candace Conley, the girl can cook. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
As always.